Blessed good evening to one and all. Here again to do my video of St. John Parish Church. First of all, I will start by looking into Pot House Village, which is the district below here. And we can see the east coast, southeasterly. This is Bath Beach. And you can see the former cable and wireless earth satellite station. And we can see all across it the southeastern coastline. First, I will start with the grave of our Prime Minister, David Thompson, who served briefly as Prime Minister from 2008 January until his death on the 23rd of October 2010, which is my birthday. He was the Member of Parliament for St. John from 1987 to 2010 when he died. He served for 23 years and he was the successor of Errol Barrow, Barbados' first Prime Minister, father of independence and national hero, Errol Walton Barrow. David Thompson was born in England to Barbadian parents, a white mother and a black father, so he was mixed. The grave of John Harold Robinson, born in January, the 18th of January 1880 at Hull, England, and died the 29th of July 1956. And his wife, Evelyn May Shepherd, died the 14th of August 1989. So I will be soon heading back into the church of St. John. And you can see the east coast from here, Bath Beach, the former cable and wireless earth satellite station. And you can see across the Concept Bay in St. John, which is a fishing village. Also in St. John, you can see St. Philip, southeast, and all into Pot House Village. The binoculars here for distant viewing. Let me get back into the church and take in some of that organ music again. Once more. The beautiful historic St. John Parish Church, more Gothic. And it has buttresses on either side. So this is all the section here where the gift shop is. Where the vendors sell on a daily basis. St. John Parish Church, first erected in 1645, destroyed by fire and rebuilt in 1676, destroyed by hurricane and rededicated in 1836. Heading back into the church. It is said that Ferdinando Paleologus was buried upright under the organ loft, who was later buried in the church cemetery. As I said before, St. John is the parish in which Most of the white Barbadian population originated from St. John, whose ancestors came from Scotland and Ireland, and they were placed at Martin's Bay and Hackerton's Cliff in St. John. By the way, these pews here were like pews years ago. People used to pay a pew rent to sit on these seats years ago. At one point, colored people couldn't sit in the seats back in the day either. This plaque here is in memory of Robert Stewart Fraser, who were the parents of Professor Henry Fraser, former heart surgeon and lecturer at the University of the West Indies. He was born on the 15th of October 1903 and died the 6th of April 1993, parochial treasurer of this parish from 1944 to 1959, and his wife Lauren Mitchinson Fraser, born the 17th of July 1911 and died the 26th of October 1994, postmistress of this parish from 1941 to 1960. Margaret's Church down the hill in St. John is named after. And their children, the Honorable Richard Haynes, Colonel Allen Haynes, Jane Charlotte Haynes, Arthur Percy Haynes, and Helen Margaret Treadwell. different types of wood. Tree that I know of was cedar, mahogany, and pine. So the beautiful St. John Parish Church, situated just off the East Coast. It says here this window was donated by the Goddard Enterprises Limited and the Goddard family on the company's 100th anniversary on the 30th of October 2021. The Seeley family here, memorial here. This window was a gift from Julia and Thomas Agbury of London, England, who loved this place in May 2022. Sacred to the lasting memory of my beloved father, William Haynes, son of Robert Haynes of Timberley Lodge, Yorkshire, and Clifton Hall, Barbados, which is in St. John, who died in England on January 1889 at the age of 59. Father, thou art no more on earth, but thy goodness is remembering with regard and high esteem to those most dear to thee. So the Ten Commandments are behind these pipes for the organ here. Years ago the organ console used to be upstairs, the organ used to be upstairs. The Ten Commandments are situated behind the organ pipes. Back to the churchyard. Pathway to the grave. Oh, St. John's Parish Church. St. John Parish Church is situated in the countryside on top of a part of Hackerton's Cliff, which is also on the east coast of Barbados. Looking down to Church View, St. John, which is just beneath Clifton Hall, and you can see the east coast from here. Northeasterly that is, with a bit of St. John. You can see St. Margaret's Church down the hill, which is also a sister parish to St. John Parish Church. And you can see the east coast, St. Joseph and St. Andrew, mostly northeasterly, which is a part of the Scotland district. The binoculars here for distant viewing. So all here is a part of the Scotland district. It is referred to as the Scotland district because of its resemblance to the Scotland countryside, and there are the parishes that carry the most hills as well. So St. John Parish Church St. John, the parish of St. John is the parish in which most of the white Barbadian population originated from. Their ancestors came from Scotland and Ireland, and they came to Barbados as indentured servants. They came to Barbados as indentured servants back in the day, and they were placed at Hackerton's Cliff and Martin's Bay in St. John. The most noted white Barbadians are the same Goddards who own the Goddard Group of companies, which is Courtesy Garage, the former Goddard Supermarket, and the Goodyear Tires. Courtesy Garage is the agents for Nissan vehicles in Barbados. And they now specialize in Hyundai vehicles and Goodyear Tires. Courtesy Garage is in Wilby. Since 1922, Courtesy was in Wilby, bringing in Nissan vehicles. And they now specialize in Hyundai vehicles since Hyundai Motors in town closed down a while back. And also to Kiffin Simpson, the guy who owns Simpson Motors, which is in Warren. Simpson Motors is the agents. The name changed now to Inchcape. They were the agents for Suzuki vehicles in Barbados. They also specialize in Mercedes-Benz, Isuzu, Chevrolet, and Mitsubishi vehicles. And Simpson also owns all the Sol gas stations in Barbados and in the Caribbean. Professor Henry Fraser, who we just read about in the church, his parents were Professor Henry Fraser, who was a heart surgeon and a doctor and a lecturer at university, was also a member, is also a white Barbadian. And Sir Charles Ophni Williams, and who we refer to as Cole Williams here in Barbados, is also a white Barbadian from St. John. They are also white Barbadians. Sir Charles Ophni Williams, he came from St. John. His interred remains are in the other cemetery, which is 400 meters away from the church, on the opposite side. I thought he was interred here, but he is not. He's on the other side of the road. In the family burying place of Joseph Briggs Mears, a native of this island, for more than 40 years, a resident in the colony of British Guyana. I am to be gathered unto my people. Bury me with my fathers. I'm part of the Mears family, by the way. As I said before, my mother is a Mears from St. Joseph. My father is a Moor, but my mother is a Mears. My mother, one of my aunts, and two uncles are Mearses from St. Joseph. The Mears family in Barbados originated between St. Joseph and St. John. So my mother is a Mears from St. Joseph. Her father is a Mears. And my first two aunts are Levines, one deceased and one living. They were born in St. Thomas in Carrington's village, just behind the embankment, behind the Vault Road in Welshman Hall, behind Welshman Hall Gully. My father, for those of you who don't know who my father is, Satchmore, that sings or that used to sing with the Sand Pebbles group years ago. He is my father and he is from St. George. Samuel Lewis Mears, born 1834 and died in 1922. By grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. Ephesians 11 verse 8, erected by his children. All the East Coast here. You can see Martins Bay in St. John as well, which is another fishing village. So St. John Parish Church is situated on a cliff. A map showing you the list of tombs in the church. We'll go to this one. And granddaughter, Ivory Branch Bradshaw, née McConney, who died the 30th of August 1974 at the age of 91 years. And her daughter, Irish Branch Bannocky, Silver Crown of Merit, who died the 2nd of September 1988 at the age of 73. Irish Branch Bannocky was the founder of Andromeda Gardens, which is in St. Joseph, just above Bathsheba, also on the East Coast. She was from British Guyana, a white British Guyana, which we were Portuguese. And she was married to a Bailey, Harry Bailey, who founded the Harry Bailey Observatory in Clapham. That is her husband, was her husband, and then she later married to a Banachie from Scotland. This is the colored tomb section with the colored planter class, and their family have been laid to rest. So only certain people get buried here now. You wouldn't find whosoever will bury in here, they will have to be buried on the other side of the street. So this is the Chase and Skinner family tomb. Ethorn Gollop, who was the grandfather of Ralph Thorne, who is the current leader of the opposition. And he was also the grandfather of Sir Fred Gollop. So this has some of the oldest graves in Barbados and in the Caribbean as well. Eustace C. Gill, husband of Marie Gill, born 1903 and died in 1993. And Bernard Leslie Barrow died the 23rd of April 1962 at the age of 88. And Bazine Barrow, born 1880 and died in 1942. And Ada C. Bridgman, born 1907 and died in 1990. Charles Miller Austin of Malvern Plantation in St. John, born the 26th of May 1857 and died the 11th of August 1942. And his wife Martha, born the 16th of September 1862 and died the 22nd of November 1948. So all St. John's Churchyard. The grave of Ferdinando Paleologus, who was said to be buried upright in this churchyard. In the organ loft, he is now buried upright in this churchyard. Here lieth the body of Ferdinando Paleologus, descended from the emperor line of the last Christian emperors of Greece. Churchwarden of this parish from 1655 to 1656, a vestryman 20 years, died the 3rd of October 1678. Thanks for watching and have a blessed evening.